Hello everyone. The world is developing day by day. A lot of changes and innovations happening on daily basis. So, here are the events that will most likely happen before the year 2050. Next year in 2024, Elon Musk's company SpaceX has plans launching their first rocket carrying cargo to Mars this year in preparation of a future manned mission. At the same time, International Space Station will probably run out of funding in this year and is outliving all expectations, so it will be decommissioned as a result. It has already been in operation for 21 years. If degradation or unplanned damage occurs before the official decommissioning, a free-falling International Space Station poses serious dangers. New commercial space stations will take the place of the International Space Station, although this may be delayed until 2028. At the same year in 2024, the Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia is scheduled to be completed, which will become the new tallest structure in the world at a full kilometer height. The copyright on Mickey Mouse will also expire in 2024, 95 years after his first appearance under U.S. copyright law. This copyright applies to the very first appearance of Mickey Mouse in his animation debut, Steamboat Willie, 1928. The world population will breach the 8 billion barriers by 2025. The United Nations predicts that there will be 8 billion people on Earth by 2025, and 10 billion people on Earth by 2050. In 2025, the giant Magellan Telescope is scheduled to be completed. It will be the largest in the world at this point and have 10 times the resolution power of the Hubble Space Telescope. It is expected to have a field of view 300 times larger than other telescopes. This will allow us to image up to 40% of sky using a 2.5 gigapixel camera. In the same year, UK will have completely phased out all of their coal power plants. The next year 2026 will also possibly see SpaceX launching the first ever mission to Mars if everything goes according to their current schedule. NASA also has plans to send a manned mission to visit an asteroid this year. Asteroids are leftover materials from the solar system's formation. The mission will also demonstrate planetary defense techniques to deflect dangerous asteroids and protect Earth if needed in the future. NASA's Asteroid Redirect mission will greatly advance NASA's human path to Mars, testing the capabilities needed for a crewed mission to the Red Planet in the 2030s. The Sagrada Familia Cathedral will finally be finished in 2026. It's amazing to think that the Sagrada Familia has been under construction since the end of the 19th century, 1883 to be precise. If completed as predicted in 2026, the cathedral would have been under construction for 143 years. Next 2027, the SpaceX crew that was launched in 2017 will finally arrive at their destination, meaning that we might witness the first ever human to set foot on Mars this year. In 2028, the Summer Olympics will be hosted in Los Angeles, California. Venice, that is city in Italy, might become uninhabitable by 2028. Venice already has problems when the water in its lagoon is at high tide. It's believed that the houses in the city will become uninhabitable by 2028, and there's a possibility that the city will be completely submerged by 2100. In 2029, the cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles will be connected by a high-speed rail line that can transport people from one to the other in just 2 hours and 20 minutes. The area of the Arctic ice sheet will be much smaller by 2030. It's predicted that the Arctic ice sheet will shrink dramatically by 2030. By 2100, it's predicted that the ice sheet will melt completely during the summer in the Northern Hemisphere. When the 2030 will arrive, we will be in for a very interesting decade. At some point this decade, NASA plans on launching their own manned mission to Mars, so if SpaceX failed to accomplish this in 2027, then NASA will probably land the first human on the Red Planet sometimes around now. China further has plans on launching their own manned mission to the moon sometimes during this decade as well, and Russia has plans on landing their own cosmonauts on the moon in the year 2031. Aurora, the planned manned mission to Mars, will start in 2033. The European Space Agency is scheduled to send a manned mission, named Aurora, in 2033. Prior to the groundbreaking flight, the European Space Agency will send cargo to the red planet Mars. Quantum teleportation will be achieved in Russia by 2035. Quantum teleportation is a technique for transferring quantum information from a sender at one location to a receiver some distance away. Although it sounds like this technology concerns teleporting actual objects through space, it actually refers to the creation of a reliable system of communication for the transportation of polarized photons in space. Head over to 2036, spaceships will be sent to the Alpha Centauri star system in 2036. Alpha Centauri is the nearest star to our Sun. The Breakthrough Starshot project will send a fleet of spaceships powered by solar cells to the star system, and it will take them about 20 years to get there. Due to this mission, the odds of detecting planets, if any existed, would be higher. Due to the distance, it will be a further 5 years before news of a successful arrival reaches Earth. In 2037, we may see the first summer where there won't be any ice in the Arctic. By 2040, France will have completely banned the sale of all gasoline and diesel vehicles in the country. In 2042, the world population will have probably reached 9 billion people, while Americans of European ancestry will become a minority group inside of the United States for the first time. This year we will also probably see the event of the world's first trillionaire as well. The International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor will be operational by 2040. This experimental reactor, which is designed to be much safer than existing nuclear reactors, will be operational by the year 2040. It will be the world's biggest experiment on the path to fusion energy similar to the Sun. It will be the first fusion device to generate maximum heat. Construction began some 40 miles outside the city of Marseille, France back in 2007. 2045 is the estimated year of the technological singularity according to the famed futurist Ray Kurzweil, meaning that this may be the year where artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence, which could lead to enormous and unforeseen changes in society. In 2048, the Antarctic Treaty will come up for review, which could lead to mining and all industries opening up on the continent Antarctica for the first time. Finally, we arrive at the year of 2050. By this point, half of the Amazon rainforest will likely to be deforested. About 70% of the world population will be living in cities. About half of the global population may not have access to clean drinking water. The average global life expectancy may be 76 years old. There will be super smart artificial intelligence that will be even smarter than humans. Self-driving cars will likely be normal. Humans will begin to colonize Mars by 2050. Another project that's aiming for Mars is Mars One. It aims to begin the colonization of the red planet by the middle of 21st century. However, there are some doubt that this could ever happen. So, this is all. We'll meet in the next video. Bye bye.